Zlatan Ibrahimovic, what is there to say about this man, this player on the football pitch? One of the most charismatic players we've ever seen step onto a football pitch. The guy just comes out and says what he thinks, what he really feels, and that is why people absolutely love Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But a couple of days ago, Zlatan Ibrahimovic did go down with an injury in the Manchester United versus Anderlecht game in the Europa League. A source very close to Jose Mourinho has been said that it is the end of Zlatan's career. Not just at his time at Manchester United, but possibly the end of the glorious career of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But today I got 10 things that you probably didn't know about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Number 10, he scored 8 goals as a second half sub. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has scoring goals all the way from a young age, and actually when he was young, when he was only 10 years old, he was actually a second half substitute at his local team. He was brought on in the second half, like I said, and his team was down 5-0. Somehow, Ibrahimovic came on during that second half and scored 8 goals for his team to win 8-5. 8 goals in the second half in a 10-year-old game is just crazy, and from the young age, Ibrahimovic had that sense of goal scoring. Number 9, he gave all his PSG teammates Xbox Ones. Not just the normal Xbox One, Ibrahimovic actually surprised his PSG teammates with a customized Xbox One with their name and squad number on it. Number 8, he was eligible to play for Bosnia and Croatia. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is born in Sweden, but his father is Bosnian and his mother is Croatian, and both parents were actually immigrants to Sweden where they did meet. This meant that he was actually eligible to play for Bosnia, Croatia and Sweden, but Ibrahimovic went on and he chose Sweden as it was his birth country and it was where he grew up. And then Ibrahimovic went on to actually represent Sweden and actually become the captain of the Sweden national team. Number 7, he's the only player to have scored in UEFA Champions League for 6 different clubs. As we know, throughout Zlatan's career, he's gone from club to club to club. He loves changing it up, and he loves winning competitions, and he loves scoring goals. And actually, he's the only player in the Champions League to have scored a goal for 6 different clubs in the Champions League. He scored for Ajax, Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, AC Milan and PSG, and most of them were stunning goals. But here's an interesting fact: Zlatan Ibrahimovic has actually never lifted up the Champions League trophy after trying to win it with 6 different teams. Number 6, he's won domestic titles with every team since arriving at Ajax earlier on in his career. Zlatan Ibrahimovic went on to win loads of silverware, but like I said, never lifting up the Champions League trophy. Zlatan won 2 titles with Ajax, 2 with Juventus, which went on to actually be revoked due to the 2006 Italian football scandal where Juventus titles were taken off him, 3 with Inter Milan, 1 with Barcelona, 1 with AC Milan, and the last 2 with PSG. But it would be nice if Zlatan went on to actually win the Premier League title next season, if he does play on and United go all the way to win it, because Ibrahimovic has won trophies in Italy, in the Netherlands, in Spain, France, and he's just had a remarkable career when it does come to winning league titles. Number 5, childhood thief. Ibrahimovic was actually quite a thief when he was younger. He was growing up in a poor part of Malmo in Sweden, and he actually used to steal bikes before going to training. The story goes that an assistant manager actually lost his bike at one stage, and it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic who did take his bike. Zlatan did eventually get caught. He did have to speak up. He was found guilty. He did have to give the truth, and Zlatan was known as a bit of a thief. Number 4, he's a registered trademark and in the dictionary. When you think of the best players in the world, the likes of Ibrahimovic, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, you don't think that those names would one day be in the dictionary or even a registered trademark, but Zlatan loves the sound of his own name. So much so, in fact, that in 2003 he actually trademarked Zlatan and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Also, the term "to Zlatan" has also been added into the Swedish National Dictionary. Yes, in the Swedish dictionary, the words "to Zlatan" has been added to that dictionary, and it is widely used around the world with the meaning to dominate or to do something with extreme talent. Obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the guy really loves himself, and he's in the Swedish dictionary. Yes, you did hear me correct, that if you go in the Swedish dictionary, to Zlatan will be there. Number 3, he's a black belt in Taekwondo. At the age of 17 in his hometown of Malmo in Sweden, Zlatan Ibrahimovic actually became a martial arts expert and actually earned the black belt in Taekwondo. While playing in AC Milan, he received an honorary black belt from the Italian national Taekwondo team also. Number 2, his best friend in football. Now this might come as a shock, as Zlatan Ibrahimovic's best friend in football is actually the Brazilian left back Maxwell. Zlatan's best pal is actually a player that he actually played alongside at Inter Milan, at Barcelona, Ajax and at PSG. It's the Brazilian left back Maxwell who has gone from team to team to team just like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Maxwell's also done well for himself, lifting up domestic trophies at those teams also. And number 1, his favourite football player. Yet again, this is something that Zlatan would say. Zlatan would really call himself as his own favourite player. You can just see him saying something like that. But is it Lionel Messi, Iniesta, Thierry Henry? It is actually Ronaldo, but not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the Brazilian Ronaldo. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is actually considers the Brazilian Ronaldo the greatest player to ever play football, the greatest player of all time that he had ever seen. And that's a big statement coming from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, calling the Brazilian Ronaldo the greatest of all time. And that is the 10 things that you probably didn't know about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Let's hope that it's not the final time that we're ever going to be seeing Zlatan Ibrahimovic on a football pitch. Let's hope that he can recover from his injury and he can return for Manchester United. If you guys did enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all on my next video.